Come here. Welcome to the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, live every Sunday on Leicester Fan TV. Come on, you Foxes. Good morning, Foxes. How the devil are you today? How's your weekend been so far? Well, it was a little bit after the Lord's Med show yesterday, but you know what day it is. It's Sunday. It's the new summertime. It's 9:30. So it's time for the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, run by us fans for you fans out there. And you know what? Your opinion really matters. So get them comments in now. Let's get it going. It's kickoff time. Come on, you Foxes. We are the champions.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content, like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live. Thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Bolo Blinds, Pocker Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Distillers Direct, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Foxes Arms and Rainbows. We are live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Morning all, how are you? We'll start with that comment from Gray. A bit flat yesterday, but got Birmingham relegated. So win-win. That's only because you live in Birmingham. That is not what we all think. That is your opinion, Gray. Just you, that is. Morning all. Phil Upton says, morning, Jamie. Ipswich spent $6 million to get Prem. How much will Leicester need to be resident next season? I'm not sure. We'll talk about that one later, Phil. But yes, let's just talk about yesterday. Yes, Chris, morning, Jamie. Pity we didn't get the 100 points, but champions by a point and going back, all that matters. Yes, all that matters is going back up. I said since day one, all I wanted was the title. Not second, not playoffs, but the title. And we got our eighth second division title, which is now a record. And I don't think that will ever be beaten. Well, not ever, maybe in a long time. I think the nearest probably is Derby on 5. You've got Sheff Wednesday on 3 or 4. Man City on 7. They're never going to drop down, are they? They're never going to be there. Tuscan Fox, morning, pal. How are you? Tuscan Fox in the house, smiling all the way to the Championship and back to the Premier League. Let's go, Foxes, for the title. Andy Medhurst, great to lift the trophy yesterday. Just wish they had tried to win it. Yes. Great to lift the trophy, but not great for some fans in the family stand that weren't able to see the players walking round with the trophy. Tom Brady, yes, Tom Brady's not going to be happy with Birmingham. They were 5th after, God knows, 6 weeks of the season, and now they got relegated. Anyway, we've got Reedy, the morning Reedy. How are you, pal?
I'm good, how are you?
Locks is in the background. I'm not sure. Locks, are you ready? You giving me a few? Yeah, Locks is ready. It was giving me a few hand signals.
11 games, Birmingham with 5th. After
was it 11? I saw the hand signals, but I thought I don't know sign language.
I was doing the Daniel Farker jazz hands for the Leeds fans.
Daniel Farker off at the minute, will you?
Yeah, tell me about it, mate. Idiots, them lot over there.
Oh yeah, they are.
Up north.
Yeah. Anyway. Reedy, we'll talk about the game first. Right, that's it. That's the game over and done with.
Yep.
Not a lot happened really, did it, pal? It was a bit after the Lord's Med show. Like I said, it seemed very flat. What was the impression from a fan's point actually at the game?
Well, don't ask Locks, he didn't go. But
that's why I was asking you.
No, we knew what the situation was. Again, I said at the start, Blackburn were always needing to get something out of the game. So it is what it was. Again, eventually it does mean that obviously Blackburn did stay up, because if they did lose to us, then they would have been relegated. So But yeah, like I say, it wasn't the best of games. I don't even think we really had a shot on target, and it just didn't look like we really cared about it, to be honest.
Well,
So
we did have one shot. Winks saved and he got pushed up. Well, it
yes,
wasn't even. Yeah, it saved and got pushed onto the. Just one thing, MDA. We've got our own little Leeds troll, which is called Locks. Locks is
What
our
about?
own little troll, aren't you, Locks? You love a bit
I've
of a
been.
troll with the Leeds fans, don't you?
Oh mate, I've been having a lot of bloody fun. I have, yeah.
I've added a
Sorry.
video in. I've added a video in the Brandon if you want to have a look as well.
Rightio. Locks, what was your impression from watching it from the sidelines, not being at the game?
Well,
like I say, to me, was it the most entertaining games?
no, mate. I mean, does anyone care? I get what people are saying. It would have been nice. Of course, it would have been nice to get 100 points and on a win. But the thing is, the reason why we had our little bad form, a very bad form mid-season, was because we were coming up against teams that just wanted it more than us. And I think that was the same yesterday, mate, to be fair. At half-time, it was 0-0 in the Birmingham game. So the Blackburn players would have looked at that and thought, oh, like they could get a win here. So we have to go out and get the win. So I haven't got any problems. Blackburn are a big club, a good club, and it's good that they didn't go down. But it's better Birmingham went down, to be honest with you, after what they did earlier in the season, sacking their manager, you know, when they were in a good position, bringing in Wayne Rooney for the big name and it just going tits up. So it's probably what they deserve. I saw Burnley fans trying to grief us on Twitter as well for not sending Blackburn down. It's like you got your own worries in the bloody Premier League, haven't you, lads?
I've got a Burnley fan here, a mate of mine that lives here with me, and he's exactly the same. He was messaging me. It says, "What a disgrace! What a rubbish performance!" and stuff like that. But like you were saying, Locks, about teams wanting it more. The 4 teams in trouble at the bottom all won.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly.
But
That's the Championship. Yeah, that is literally the Championship for you. So I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. I mean, we relegated Doncaster, didn't we, 10 years ago when we you know, on the last day of the season. But you know, we'd already, our season was already done. It was all wrapped up. We got the trophy, and you know, we didn't send someone down the last day. Which, you know, look, if you were a Blackburn fan, or a Doncaster fan back 10 years ago, you'd be pissed off. You know, not like you expect the team that won the league to lose just for you. And I'm not saying Leicester lost on purpose. Obviously, I know that Blackburn deserved their win. But what I am saying is they wanted it more than us. The Leicester players really probably were just thinking, right, let's just get this out of the way and start partying. So I think it was fair. Smodix, mate. I mean, what a season! 26 goals in the Championship. 27 now, sorry, yeah. You know, and he's not even an out-and-out striker, which is mental. So he's like a number 10. So, yeah, fair play, mate. Yeah, I mean,
really,
he carried them over the line.
I just want to cover this with you. There's been a lot of chatter on all kinds of social media about the players not going to the family stand, or not all the players going to the family stand with the trophy and just going to the one corner that make all the noise. Well, not the whole ground. The whole ground makes noise, but they seem to think that's the only corner that ever sings the songs. I know it's near you. I know, so you probably enjoyed it because it was right next to you. But from what I saw on the TV, yes, the players didn't go to the others, and you couldn't see how many players who was who on the pitch. There was that many people on there.
Yeah, it weren't the greatest of planning in my eyes. Obviously they did the trophy lift, then they went to take the pictures with. I think they did go to the family stand for a little bit, but it was more going straight to that corner and basically just take the photos of the trophy with all the players and whatnot. So yeah, it wasn't the best planning when it came to the trophy lift and everything like that, but like I say, for people in that corner, it was probably a lot better than for others. But
yeah, my feelings have never been masked at all. I always say what I feel like I need to say. I think the ground is full of fans, and they should have all gone to the whole. Everyone might say, "Oh, what you've been negative for? We've won the Championship. We're back in the Premiership." But there's 32,000 people. Well, 30,000. Forget the Blackburn fans. Although some Blackburn fans stayed, didn't they, Reedy?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So they were probably having their own party. But there was 30,000 people there watching that wanted to applaud them, Locks, and clap them off. There's people out of them 30,000, probably most of them go home and away as well. Surely they should have been applauded more than that, just like one section in the corner.
There's no doubt that more should have been done with the other parts of the ground. You can't even question that. What I will say is that I think it all started when the Albrighton tifo came out at the end of the game, and then Albrighton and his family and Vardy and all them went over with the trophy. So then I think other people started to go that way too. Look, the thing is, mate, whether whatever people think of Union FS. Hiding behind blurred out and censored photos and stuff and balaclavas on Twitter and stuff like that, which I don't understand. If you're the good guys, why would you hide behind that? But anyway, whatever people think about them, the fact is, yes, they are very good at what they do. They are. It's a fact. They are very good at what they do in terms of the tifos. I saw one of them say yesterday, and it's hard to disagree. Probably the best tifos in England. In the bigger leagues in England, so they do great things, and they, along with Fox's Trust and a couple other things, they do try and make change. There are bad parts to it as well in terms of some of the people a part of the group are a bit not the nicest to other fans, and it is what it is. But at the end of the day, the fact is that the players should have showed more attention and celebrated more with the family stand, with the kids. The kids, this is the next generation of Leicester fans. The next generation. I mean, Reedy was about 5 years old when Leicester won the Prem. No, I'm joking. But there will be. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 year olds in the crowd who are going to be at Leicester games for the next 70
12,
years.
20 years,
It's
70
like
years.
Like Toby says, remember when the fans got slated for not staying, and they stayed? And like Trevor's just agreed with you about kids in the family stand are the future and are the future season ticket holders. It's true. It's true. It's all for one and one for all, not just one little solitary section in the corner. And I know I'm going to get absolutely slated for this in certain groups, but it's the club. If the fans weren't there, there'd be no club. Not just that
To me,
one section.
It did seem like a little bit of a dig as well. Like it felt a little bit intentional to me. That's all I'm trying to say. It did feel intentional because it felt as if the players and the fan, because there has been a little bit of not a fallout as such, but there has been. We all know there's been sections of the fan base this season that have obviously come under fire, come under stick for leaving games early or for booing or getting frustrated during games this season and getting at Enzo at times. And I think it felt like a dig towards them fans. It kind of felt like, okay, we're going to go over and we're going to celebrate in front of the Union FS who do this and that, and who are, let's be honest, who are the loudest in the ground. They are the loudest. Let's go and celebrate with them. They do. I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying they do. But there is no doubt. Anyone can disagree with me in the chat. There is no doubt they are the loudest in the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah. So if it did feel like a dig to the others, mate. Yeah.
Stephen Payne has said that he was in the family stand yesterday, and no player came down to end at the end of the match. It was just straight down to the cop. Robert Hurst says, what's the point of Leicester bringing out a new app when they blocked the internet for 1 hour before kickoff? Did they? Why would you block the internet before kickoff?
They always block it. It's every game.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. Okay.
That's how they do it. The people don't know about it, but they do. They always seem to buffer the signal for the games.
I think they have to do it for betting reasons. I think so, to stop people gambling.
Oh, right. My phone always works. Oh, I'm not in the ground though at that time. I want to say I actually get a pretty decent signal. Must be my Spanish internet that's better than everyone else's. Chris Townsend, not all about Union FS, who are, to be honest, very quiet at times in that corner. Loudest stand of this season has been the North stand. So
it's a load of crap.
I wouldn't say, I'll agree with him. They're not the. I sort of to disagree with him there. They are noisy, but there is times where other parts of the ground are as noisy. But
but over a season, the loudest.
Yeah. If you
Union FS start the chants off. That's how it goes.
I think we're just slightly digressing from the point a little bit. I think we've had a bit of a moan.
Yeah, we're not. We're not trying to. I'm not trying to compare. I'm not trying to compare. I'm not trying to say North Stand you're crap because you don't sing as loud as them. Everyone sings, and at times the whole ground is loud. But I'm just saying, over the course of a season, the loudest on average is Union FS. I personally, I don't think there is a. You can't really say otherwise. They are. What, like I said, behind the scenes and away from the football, what people think to them, Union FS, whatever. I have my own thoughts, but in the ground, they're very good. That's it.
Yeah. Just moving on. We'll move on from that. We've had a bit of a moan about that. I've had my say. Like I say, I've not hid behind anything like Reedy says. So, Reedy, when did you say the fixtures come out? June the 18th, did you say?
Yeah,
so
9
we've got to wait till June the 18th. And then we've got to wait till August. When was the first game? August the 17th,
18th as well. Yeah, I think it's
so
both the 18th.
3 months. So, Locks, what are you going to do in the next 3 months? What are we all going to do in the next 3 months?
Well, I mean, you guys are all right because you've got England in the Euros. I ain't got Wales, have I? You know what I mean? I might have to support...
I forgot about that bit. I forgot about
that. Yeah. So, I will...
Are you going to get Union Jack out, or you send George's crossing out on the bedroom window just to cover yourself?
I don't support England, mate. I don't support England.
Sorry, you shouldn't need to anyway, mate. We're not that great.
No, I was going to say, how I've been beefing Leeds fans, I'll be beefing England fans for the next 3 months, mate. It's coming home. Yeah, whatever.
Well, you never know. You never know. There's still a lot of comments coming in about the family stand and stuff like that. The parade today, are you going, Locks?
Yes.
Are you going here? What time does it start? Yeah. Have you got the route? Do you know the routes?
I think it's about 12:40, isn't it? Officially, something like that. So I'm just going to go down from 12. So, but
it's in town, isn't it? Ends up at the town hall, doesn't it? Town hall square.
Yeah, Clock Tower as well, isn't it? I've been seeing a lot of people saying online about what a view Clock Tower, but I think they're above. Is it TK Maxx, Matalan, whichever one it is.
Right. So they're not actually ending up at the town hall. I thought they were ending up at the town hall square like they normally do. No,
it's Clock Tower, isn't it? Really? So overlooking Clock Tower.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right. Okay then. Okay.
I think they're starting somewhere else, and then they're making their way to Clock Tower, and then it says Clock Tower about 12:40, I think. So
I just thought it was going to the normal town hall square where the last championship one was.
Yeah, no. So it is what it is. Look, I think you've got to celebrate your wins in football. This is one of them. Even though it's a league we shouldn't really be in as fans, we should expect better. It is what it is. So it'll be a nice little time. I mean, Leicester City Centre is an absolute.
Yeah.
I want to try and be not swear too much here, but it's just awful, Leicester City Centre. So, the nearest establishment for a drink is McDonald's. So milkshakes all around, everyone, to celebrate.
You heard it first. Locks is buying everyone that goes a milkshake.
If the machine's fucking working.
Yeah, probably won't be working.
Yeah. Right.
If not, Coke Zero.
We're going to talk about Locks' favourite subjects, the playoffs and Leeds United. I want people in the comments, because I am truly, truly glad we're not in them playoffs, because Leeds, Southampton, West Brom and Norwich, what a 4 teams they are, Locks. I know what you're going to say. Leeds are going to lose in the semi-final against Norwich, but then I don't know what else you're going to say after that. So I don't
know if they will.
In your comments, lads and lasses, I want you to put down who you think is going to come up. Go on then, Locks.
Everyone's expecting Leeds to lose now. You know where Leeds are in the form table, lads? Do you know where they are?
Near the bottom, isn't they?
24th.
Are they?
24th.
And also they've lost 5 out of 5 playoff games.
They have. So it's hard, mate. Over 2 legs, and then a final at Wembley. It's hard. Obviously, you'd imagine that the home leg for Leeds, they should win. With the Ellen Rhodes lot there, and if they win, they'll sing "I Predict Right" at the end of it and all that. But it's you never know, mate. You never know in football. They lost yesterday as well, Leeds. So I think Southampton will have the most confidence going into it, even though they're on bad form, just because they beat Leeds yesterday. That will be a massive push. I mean, I have many Leeds friends who are content creators.
Friends? You call them friends?
Yeah, they're all right. They're all right. They're all right. Yeah, they're all right. When they're behind you in the table, they're all right. And they say the same for me. But they all said before the Southampton game, you have to win it. You have to change something up, get the win, and then have some momentum going into the playoffs, especially when your game is against Southampton, because then you're going to play them at some point, you'd imagine, if you want to win it. So I think Southampton will be the most confident just because of their win yesterday. Like Derek says, I wouldn't be surprised if Leeds do it, just because they have a far superior team.
I think they've got the best quality out of the lot.
Well, they have. So. They have. They've got the best quality, and they've got much more quality than they have in any of the other playoff campaigns they've had, and they've got better quality than they did last time they won the championship. So they should do it, but Leeds fall apart very often, and they're falling apart right now, as we all know.
Falling apart again. Is there a song called that? Is there a song?
Yes. If I had to put my money on it, I would say Leeds will win it. But if they don't, I do fancy West Brom just because.
I don't want West Brom back in this league.
Carlos Corberán.
So that means you pick two teams then. You've only got two more. Do you want to pick the other twos just in case you make a mistake with the first two lots?
I want West Brom to win, but I think Leeds will.
Rightio.
West Brom is a poor league for us.
Where would your 50p be if you were having a bet on who would win the playoffs?
Leeds. Norwich. No. West Brom, not a big fan of West Brom. Southampton, I think I'm so down on the last few weeks, especially with the form. I think Leeds fans are so much more passionate. I think they'll get them over the line. I think Leeds will win it. Unfortunately.
We're going to look like idiots again, Jamie. We will. It will bite us on the arse because I know we won the league. I'm just saying in general, right? Because although we won the league and we finished above them and all of this, if they get promoted, they will probably start next season on more points than us because we'll have a deduction.
And so will Ipswich.
Yeah, but we don't
care. We know that's why I'm not really talking about the points deduction, because we know we're going to be part of have a part of a points deduction. So there's no need talking about it because we know we're going to get it, ain't we, Locks? We know we're not going to get a fine.
No,
we're not going to get a fine. That's certain. It's definitely 100%. Well, it's 99.9% sure, the same as Michael Brighton's not going to get a new contract. We're going to get points deduction, so we're going to be bottom of the table, and we haven't even played a game. Not even in alphabetical order. We'll be bottom of the table because of the points deduction, but we can get them points back the first two games or three games, whatever it is.
Yeah. I think there's so much confusion still online about the FFP situation from certain Leicester fans. We have breached. It's EFL that we haven't breached yet. But the Premier League for last season in the Premier League, we've breached, and
we have to be punished.
We will be punished. From what I've read, I reckon we'll be slapped with 10 points, and then
it wouldn't surprise me at all.
There's obviously appeals processes after that, whether we get a couple knocked off, but Everton got points knocked off theirs for cooperating, and we've really not done that. We've done the opposite. So I don't think I think it'll be 10 points. Yeah.
If it's 10 points, do Fulham get relegated straight away?
No.
Well, you need to get 50 points, don't you? You need to get
Maybe
50
more.
points to stay up. If we're relegated with if we deducted 10 points, you've got to get 50 points to stay up. 48 points at least to stay up.
But look at Everton. They've had 6 and then 2.
Well, they had 8
in total.
No,
they had 10.
6, 8, and then 2 deducted. No, 4 deducted. No, I can't remember.
I think they had 10 minus 10. It got knocked down to 6, and then they got 2 back. So
Thing
8
is,
in
you was-
total, and they're look at them in the table now. If you actually look, they're safe. They're fine.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's,
they're
it's
safe.
possible.
But they've had to get them points back. They're on 38 points, so that's what I'm saying. They've
Yeah,
had
but you were saying that you need to get 40 points to stay up. But this season, if you look at it, 3 of the bottom, even the bottom 4,
Yeah, but
are
I
all
don't
below
think you're not
40
going to
points.
get 3 teams like Sheffield
No,
United, Luton, and Burnley again in that division. The 3 that
Ipswich.
come up, no, I think Ipswich might surprise a few. They might struggle, but I think they'll surprise a few.
I don't think so.
They'll be crap.
I think
I-
a League One team going to the Premier League.
I'm with Jamie. I think they've got a really good manager, and I think I think they've got a good core squad, and I think they'll just need 3 or 4 players, and they'll be stable. I feel
It's like Wrexham for me. It's like you've only got so much you can give to something. I think you do fall short at some point. A League One side can't go from the League One to the Championship to the Premier League in 2 years and still be that high level for me.
Yes, but
Stranger things have happened in football, lads.
yeah,
Well,
I hate
didn't
the
you
whole.
say that all last season, Ipswich will drop off. Ipswich will drop off at some point. They didn't.
Yes, but I don't believe this myth that Ipswich have a League One squad because they don't. They signed.
Well, no,
Championship
not a League
players
One
when they
squad.
were
But
in
I'm just
League One.
saying that, like, do you really see Ipswich buying these
No, I'm agreeing with you. Reedy.
decent
I'm
Premier
saying-
League level players? I can't see it because I think majority players would think Ipswich will go probably straight back down at this point. For me, anyway.
Ed Sheeran's a rich man, but he's not rich enough to bankroll Ipswich in the Premier League, mate. I'll tell you that right now.
I think there'll be another Luton.
Well, Luton have done all right. They've not done terribly, but
Well,
I
no,
just
but-
think I just think having Ipswich and maybe a West Brom or a Norwich is a lot better for us than having like Leeds and
Leeds or
Southampton. If they'd
Southampton,
have
yeah.
gone straight back, you know what I mean. So we just got to see what happens. We've got to take the points deduction and then work from there. The worst thing for us would be if the points deduction comes halfway through the season, which
It won't.
I think that's better. I think that's better.
no chance.
No.
No
Because
chance.
if you
I'd
know
rather
if you know you're starting at -6, you know you've got to do something to do about it. But if you're just playing your season at 0 points going up and you get to about 20 to 30 points, then you know that if you get a 6-point deduction, you're going to have to just try and win an extra 2 or 3 games.
No, I
Yeah,
think-
but it's worse starting the season on 0, building up your points, and then you're like waiting for it. I imagine waiting
You
for
got
it
to
to
be like
come,
thinking,
thinking, what
we've
we
got
going to
30
get?
points. You've got like, we've got 30 points, and all of a sudden, no, we've only got 20 points. That's a big
Get it
drop.
before the season starts. They've already planned it.
I don't think they have.
I think
Honestly,
I think us arguing it's gonna make it go into the season.
Yeah, there's a whole appeals process. It might go on for a bit. I mean, Everton didn't get their 10 straight away, did they? Remember, they didn't get
No.
it straight away. So, and Forest, when did Forest get theirs? Forest got theirs like
A month or two
literally
ago.
a month
Yeah,
or
not
2 ago. So,
Christmas time-ish, around January time, around their New Year.
but anyway, let's not worry about
We've
it.
got a
Yeah.
lot to talk about over the summer. Just before we go, just got to be quick because some of us have got to go work again. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. We've got Enzo, what's happening with him. This is all to be talked over the next few weeks. Enzo, Vardy, the transfer window, fines, what money we can spend. It's going to be a long summer, innit, Reader? It's going to be a long summer.
It is, but there's out of all them you've said, there's 2 things that we already know about, which I think is 100% accurate. One, Fatu is going to sign because we have triggered his release clause.
There's been so many reports of it, yes.
Yes, and second of all, Enzo said on the BBC Radio Leicester yesterday that Vardy is in talks to get a new contract. So, out of all the topics you've just said, I think them 2 are the ones that we already know are kind of confirmed to maybe be happening.
So the only thing I'm a bit worried about, Locks, is what his good mate Guillaume Balajay said. He'll like, in words of no effort, he'll weigh up his options.
Well, what are you worried about? You don't like him anyway, do you, Enzo?
No, I didn't say I don't like him. I said I don't like the style of football. There is a
okay.
difference.
No, yeah,
There's a
that
huge
wasn't a
difference.
dig. I was actually just, I was just curious.
Well, you've got no Enzo out fans down, have you?
Do you think he's going to Do you think, is he basically saying if I don't get the funds required, he's going to leave?
It's true,
Yes,
though. If I'm
he
totally
will
honest,
leave.
it's true, because many managers before, Rodgers wasn't back when he said he needed a rebuild. There's been times where we do need this money to rebuild, and if he doesn't get backed, then I'm not saying I want him to go, but there's got to be at this point now where you're going back to the Premier League. You need to start bringing in players that will keep us up this season, no, next season.
The problem, I don't think, isn't how much money they're going to give him. It's not that. It's FFP that's the problem. It's not. It's not. You know, we'll have money to spend. I think he will leave. Look, the way he plays, the football that we play, it requires very good players. And if he doesn't get those very good players, you may as well go to the calls that some people had of 4-4-2 and up to the big man. So I think you know, you can't play in the Premier League this way. You can play this style of football in the Premier League if you have better players. You can't play it with Harry Winks as your defensive midfielder, your sole defensive midfielder. You can't play it with Yannick Vestergaard, you know, even a 37-year-old Jamie Vardy. We are going to need another striker. I don't care what anyone says. So if he's not going to get backed, I wouldn't even, or not get backed. If we can't spend much money in the summer, I wouldn't even have any grudges against Enzo going, you know what, I'm not going to be able to. It's best for the club if I go, because the way we play, we need something better. We need more players. So we'll see. Gillan Balogun, I think, you know, he's an interesting character. If I don't know what Enzo think. You know, if I was Enzo, I'd be saying shut the fuck up, mate. You know what I mean? Just keep it to yourself. But you know, it is what it is. He probably, I do think that he would leave if he felt he couldn't take the team any further because of the FFP situation. And if anybody in the chat hasn't seen the news that came out in the last couple of days, Enzo Maresca was not told when he was being recruited as manager this time last year, he was not told that there were FFP problems at the club. It wasn't until January that he heard about it, you know, when the whole Sensi thing. So if that doesn't show you that we're still run by clowns, I don't know what does.
On that note, we're going to have to leave it there. John Locks, cheers for joining us.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
We'll see you again next week. We'll see what happens through the week, see if we've got anything else to talk about. Cheers, pal. Thanks a lot, mate.
See you in a bit.
See you later. Jono, short and sweet as normal. Cheers, pal. We shall see you again. Thanks for joining.
See you later.
Cheers, mate. Be good. Read it. Love you and leave you, but we've just got one thing.
Oh, you love me? Oh.
No, I didn't say that. Only because you put this video on. Is this for the trophy lift, pal?
No, it's not. It's for the Leeds fans. I thought I'd
I'm not going to put that on. I don't want to upset anybody.
Are you
I don't want to upset anybody. It's got music on it, you prat.
Why not?
Anyway, I'm not going to play the whole lot. I don't want to get caught out with that. Reedy, we shall see you later, pal.
Yes, no worries.
Be good.
Hopefully you have a nice 3 months off. Not you, but everyone else.
From football. All right then, Reedy. We shall speak to you later. See you later, pal. Be good. Right then, lads and lasses. Much appreciated. Every Sunday morning, 9:30. Come and join me. It's ciao, ciao, adios, goodbye, arrivederci. Come on, you foxes. No hiding from me. That's the final whistle.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, Everod's, Barlow Blinds, Bucker Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Distillers Direct, Hologram, Take Me, Nubian Cow, The Fox's Arms and Rainbows. Run by the fans, for the fans. Follow us on socials at Leicester Fan TV and visit leicesterfantv.com for all the latest news, views and videos.